So I wanted to start this episode off because generally we do an introduction or a funny little bit for our episode, each episode. But the reason why I'm not doing it this time is at the time of the recording of this episode, last night, it was announced that Isao Takahata, who is one of the co-founders of Studio Ghibli, passed away at 82. He is one of the, other than Hayao Miyazaki, he's probably one of the most prolific Japanese animation directors to ever live. If you've ever seen Grave of the Fireflies, Only Yesterday, Pompoko, and probably one of the best movies ever made, The Tale of Princess Kaguya, he was the director of those movies, and I just felt it would be disrespectful to do something funny at a time like this, so that was basically the reason why we won't have a crazy introduction, but I do hope that if you do know who he is, that your thoughts are with his family and everybody at Studio Ghibli. Hey guys, welcome to the Free Rotation Podcast. This is Becky, and we are doing Studio Ghibli. Yay!
Woo.
Yay! Everybody's like, yay, so nice, yay. We just had a very depressing beginning. Anyways, so today I'm joined with my co-host, Moreland. Say hi, Moreland.
Hi, Moreland.
I feel like this is always my episode. Say hi, Scoob.
Hi, Scoob.
And our lovely producer and co-aficionado for Studio Ghibli, Angela.
Hi, me.
Wait. Scoob didn't say hi.
Scoob can't really talk right now.
You're not wrong.
That's why it's
Why
quiet
does
in
Scoob
here.
sound like Batman?
That's why I was calling him Fat Man earlier.
Because I live in the fucking South and fucking the devil's dandruff pollen is out.
The southern
So-
snow.
Right?
So yes,
The only powdery thing in this town, no one snorts up their nose on purpose.
Oh, he's got a point. He's got a point.
That's a yes.
I want a high five around the table,
Air
you
high
bitches.
five. I'm too far away from you.
I don't know where your hand's been. Oh, he touched you with his fingertip.
Technically, I touched Moreland last, so he probably I helped Moreland
Like
jack
that
off
makes
right
it better.
He touched
Wait,
my
wait,
left
wait,
hand.
wait,
I'm
hold on,
right-handed.
I got
now.
you.
Wait, water. Good. Gun.
No. Okay.
You're still touching his right hand, so.
Ow! I'm dead.
All
We're
right.
good. Okay.
Well, today.
Sorry about that, Becky.
It's fine. Well, today we are talking about Studio Ghibli.
Moreland's veiny dick. Sorry.
Not-
Get it out of the way.
Moreland's veiny dick.
We're talking about.
Are you sure?
No.
Can we?
No.
Please?
This is kind of Disney related, so no.
Is it?
It's
Yes.
not Disney related.
It's not-
What is Studio
it's-
Ghibli?
Okay,
does
I
hate?
get it. Pompoko actually did have testicles on their like rat people. Okay.
Whoa.
Raccoon people.
Hold on. Everyone, slow down the weeaboo.
The weeaboo us?
With the weeabus.
But-
Hold on.
Weeabus.
Whoa.
Anyways,
No, seriously. Whoa.
I'm gonna explain it.
Well, Studio Ghibli hates to be compared to Disney.
Well, when I say it's
You told us that.
well, it does,
Right?
but it's distributed by Disney for America. That's
America.
my point.
America.
So is mostly Marvel Comics now, so I feel your pain.
I mean, Disney owns everything at this point.
So can we compare it to the Little Mermaid and the priest having a boner? And the priest be me and my veiny dick?
No,
Oh God, we got that.
Priest had a boner?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm Googling that shit.
And she's immediately power searching for her phone.
I promise this episode's about Studio Ghibli.
Promise?
So, anyways,
She promises.
if anybody knows anything about Studio Ghibli, it's probably what you know about it is you've heard from My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, but
I would also like to point out, if your neighbor is a giant cat spirit, that's a little off-putting.
No, it's not. Who
No, it's
are
not.
you?
I was just gonna say in about 3 minutes we're gonna hear Angie go, he's right! Oh my God!
he's looking up.
Countdown to Pastor Dick.
Holy crap. He's got a huge... Okay, it's not a huge boner, but he definitely has a boner.
Yeah.
That's also a very loose robe.
All right. So back to the actual topic.
Priest boners?
Studio Ghibli. That's your fandom.
You put it out there into the you put it out there into the multiverse when you said rat testicles. Okay.
I mean, it's raccoon testicles. I got it wrong, but
It still, you brought up the genital region of an animal, so therefore I had to bring up Little Mermaid's priest boner.
If you don't know anything about Studio Ghibli, it is the studio that was founded by Hayao Miyazaki. God, Isao started laughing because I was thinking about the raccoon testicles.
Whoa, what?
It just started making me thinking about.
You know what makes Becky laugh? Balls. That's what I
Isao
heard.
Takahata and Toshio Suzuki. So Studio Ghibli's been around since basically
I
1985.
was gonna make a real offensive joke and I just stopped.
Yeah, just don't. We've gone there
I
already.
mean, it's
Let's
not
come back.
It's not offensive, really.
Do it, Scoob.
Did they have an intern called Hyundai Mitsubishi?
I knew you were going to say some stupid ass shit about a car company.
Look, I had to be quiet and solemn for this fucking intro. You
I
have to-
know, it's fine.
It hurt
This
me.
is them
No,
getting
it
it out of their system. But anyways, other than Angie, what Studio
Yes.
Ghibli films have you guys seen?
Ponyo.
Ponyo.
I have been.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Okay.
I've been subjected to moments of My Neighbor Totoro.
Just moments?
Yeah, I've never sat down and watched the movie.
How?
Princess
Look at-
Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke is a real good one.
Grave of the Fireflies. Isn't that the one that's done in the anime style and it's a war-torn country?
It is literally, that's what I was actually going to discuss, is that there are two separate directors that are most famous
I
the
only
most
bring that up
famous.
because it was Watch Mojo, and don't follow us because Watch
Well,
Mojo's
here's
terrible.
why that when you bring in Grave of the Fireflies up, there's two directors that are very famous for Studio Ghibli. So most people know Hayao Miyazaki, and he's the one who created the more fantastical stories like Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo's another one. But
Love Ponyo.
he's pretty much the face of Studio Ghibli. But Isao Takahata, who just passed, he was the one who created The Grave of the Fireflies, which is considered one of the greatest movies of all time that you will watch once because it is so fucking depressing.
I want to watch it. Let's watch it.
It's actually, and here's another reason
That's
why
content for the channel.
well, here's the thing: is another thing. Reason why I wanted to cover this fandom is right now they're doing at the end of a year. When I say end of the year, it's more so like toward the latter part of a year. They have Ghibli Fest. So each month they show a new Ghibli movie. So Grave of the Fireflies is one of the movies they'll be showing in theater in our area. That would definitely be one you would want.
They have to go to movie theaters to see people.
It's his knee. Sorry, go ahead.
You talking about the
Thank you for your contribution
You're welcome.
to the episode in which you are second knowledgeable on.
Yes,
It's a boner.
We distracted her with Priest Boner. What do you want from us?
But that would be a great movie to see in theater if you really want to feel the feels.
And the Priest Boner?
I've actually told Angie I didn't know if I would want to see it because I know I have not heard anybody ever say they did not walk out of that movie either feeling hollow or feeling like their emotions are on
what
a
I
roller
saw was a
coaster.
top 10 countdown of the best animated movies.
Yes.
That weren't Disney, and that was super high up on the list. And when they gave the plot synopsis, I'm like, I want to see this movie. Here's a scene from it. I don't want to see this movie.
It's one of those that I feel like if you are a fan of Japanese animated movies, it's one of the movies you have to see.
Here's the thing, and this is not an indictment of their animation style, but I've noticed that, especially in Japan, what they allow them to animate and do and get away with as normal animated content, a lot darker and more visceral.
Well, that's because a lot of the stories for Japanese, I think only really Western countries take cartoons as a thing that kids should enjoy.
Right. As amusement for children.
Right. Whereas the Japanese recognize animation as an art form and that they can sometimes portray a story better in animated form than it can in a real life form.
Like they have very deep messages.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Your Name is a good example of that, which is not a Studio Ghibli movie, but it's one of the best movies and one of the biggest movies to come out in the last 5 years. Whereas style of it and the actual storyline it's a better portrayal of what happens because it's animated. So Studio Ghibli, I think, especially because all of Studio Ghibli up until maybe the latter part of their studio's existence was all hand drawn. So that style, I think, also makes it more poignant because it's not just a CGI kids movie that's sitting up there. You get more of a story out of it.
A lot of animated features now, it's copy paste doing the sales, but especially with Fireflies, which I think that was 70s maybe.
It was either 70 or 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, you have to.
No, it couldn't have been 70s. It was late 80s because Studio Ghibli was founded in 1985.
Yeah, no, so you would still have to hand draw that, but to hand draw the shit and the stuff that they had to draw, it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can think about it, let alone think about it, draw it, ink it, and make it look that way.
Well, the good thing about Studio Ghibli, and I think that's why I'm such a huge fangirl of the studio. When I say Studio Ghibli, I mean all of the movies. I'm not just a Hayao Miyazaki fan. I'm also a Takahata fan because of the stories and what he's portrayed. Because Grave of the Fireflies was actually not pro-Japanese, anti-American, anything like that. It was just anti-war in general. Like the whole plot of it is the idea that humans just they take for granted our life and our existence for these greater goods or worldly goods.
Well, and it's so touching because it's based on World War II. and the bombs dropping.
Mhm.
Is it the sit downs firebombed?
Mm-hmm.
And here's
So it's a very real thing.
and,
Yeah.
and the thing that messed me up the most was like, I didn't know it was Studio Ghibli until like said it was Studio Ghibli. I'm like, wait, I thought Studio Ghibli only did like Totoro. And see, I didn't know.
No.
That was ignorance.
And
on
that's
my
what
part.
Even Totoro has a darker
Undertone to it, in which we
yeah.
can talk about the conspiracy theory behind
I don't
Totoro.
buy into it. But
I don't
okay.
buy into it, but it's one of my favorite conspiracy theories. But
The one we've covered at least twice on this
Yeah,
podcast.
Still my
before.
He's
favorite.
the spirit of death.
yeah, but I would say the thing about Studio Ghibli that's so important and why it's such a long-lasting feature in Japanese culture is the stories can span across a lifetime. It's not just, here's a little kid's movie like Ponyo. You have Spirited Away, which is more so for a teenage girl. And then you can look at Princess Mononoke, which is definitely more so for adults, and Grave of the Fireflies. So I think it has the ability to have stories that touch to each person at different points in their life. So that's why I think Studio Ghibli has been such just a prominent figure in Japanese animation, because each story can touch on a portion of your life and a portion of something that's happening in the world that affects us.
By the way, Becky, you know what I wouldn't do for the next day or 2 days? Do not get on Facebook. The memes are going to break you.
Oh, I know.
Like the Batman ones was Adam West died, and when Robin Williams died, I already see one in my head that might exist.
Yeah.
Just don't
Well,
look anywhere near.
It's been I see it's a much more positive thing, especially for Reddit at least, about the passing of Takahata, because he was such a prominent figure in Japanese culture for animation. And, I told Angie, I said, I don't know if it's the PMS or whatever, but I got teary-eyed yesterday finding out about it, because the stories that he's created has affected me personally, not personally, but the story, especially like the Tale of Princess Kaguya, which is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
The reason it affected you is you grew up with it.
Right.
It's like when Adam West died. If you grew up watching or better yet, Aladdin. Robin Williams died. Who the fuck was Genie? Robin Williams.
Right.
Who the fuck was Robin Williams? He was Genie.
Right.
They were so synonymous. That's why it broke you.
Well, I can say that, me and Angie have very different tastes, I think, in Studio Ghibli movies, because Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is not a Studio Ghibli movie by association. It is just because that was the movie that became the stepping stone for Studio Ghibli's existence.
Miyazaki wrote it.
Right. He wrote it, and that, based on its popularity, it's basically what spiraled into Studio Ghibli and created Studio Ghibli.
And Nausicaa discusses overusing our natural resources and what happens when humanity fails itself, and they're trying to build themselves back up on what's left of the world. And you have these creatures, and once again, humanity is doing exactly what it did before and wiping out creatures. They don't understand them, so they want to wipe them out. And I don't want to give the movie away, but I'm telling you, I haven't cried so hard. Yeah, it was very emotional to me when she's got the baby critter and the army, like, they just get fed up.
Right.
They're done, and they come marching to to rescue the baby, and it's just it's so sad to me.
Yeah, and you read the mangas that were actually written by Hayao Miyazaki. Did you think that they stood up to the book or the movie itself?
I think it was better because it had more adult themes, including a relationship between her and that sky captain.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I think and what's been great about Studio Ghibli is that each story, even Ponyo to an extent, we went to see Ponyo a couple weeks ago for Ghibli Fest, and you didn't realize it, but he even has an underlying storyline for a kids movie about the destructiveness of nature, especially when it's a natural disaster that happens on a town. And
how nature will fight back.
Right.
Yep.
And it's just, for a movie that's basically for 5-year-olds, it already starts as an ingrained thing to teach kids, which I think that's the most important thing I found for Studio Ghibli movies, is that they're not scared to teach these adult themes to kids.
Well, they're also, and that's why I kind of wish we were doing more anime in general. But I've noticed that the curve with Japanese animation, they teach them younger, values and things like that. And that, just to go off what you were saying.
Yeah, I feel like with kids movies today, and I mean, I think there's some great kids movies out that are Western. I don't think you get the same feeling.
You're probably not going to learn the value of natural resources and whatnot from that, like you would from Toy Story 15.
And I mean, they have good messages to it too, but I feel like it's been a pervasive thing for Studio Ghibli to always have a message for children and or for adults. Even if you look at movies like Princess Mononoke, it has very similar message to many of the other movies they've done. And Princess Mononoke, it's a debatable thing because Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke are kind of considered in the same aspect of being the two best Studio Ghibli movies ever to come out, other than maybe Takahata stuff, for Hayao Miyazaki. So I think Princess Mononoke definitely is more so of a movie for adults, because I think there's a great gray area for adults to explore versus maybe even with Spirited Away a little bit. Angie, which saw Princess Mononoke in movie theaters, and I had said previously that I didn't really care for Princess Mononoke when I first saw it, because I think I was too young to understand it. I think when I got older and I could see that the gray areas were more important than just the black and white. Why is there not an enemy? Why is there not a villain? Why is there not a laid out hero? Because
you want to be angry at the humans who are mining the mountain and ruining nature, but they don't know. And Princess Mononoke, she goes into the town and she's angry. She's just angry.
She's angry all the time.
Yeah, she's furious because they're destroying nature. And I think that's one of the big themes in all of Studio Ghibli's movies, is humans not living in harmony with nature.
Yep.
Other than Your Name, that was very different. But it's like, just, even though it was still talking about living in harmony.
Right.
But
I think
Princess Mononoke, she was so angry because they were destroying. And they didn't realize it. Yep. And she's like, how are you so stupid? How do you not see what you're doing?
Right.
Like, you have to see.
And there's no, like, good versus evil versus here the good guys win versus the bad guys win kind of thing that you see in most Western stories. Yeah, there's no good versus bad, yeah. And and I think that's why, to me, I just was like, this doesn't make any sense for a movie.
And even in Totoro, there's this underlying storyline of living in harmony with nature. Remember when they do the tree dance? And all the Totoros come out and dance around the trees, and that's how they grow.
There's more than one?
Yeah, there's tons of Totoros.
There are little Totoros. There's big Totoros.
And then there's Totoro, the big Totoro.
Totoro's
literally, I've only
guy.
seen the one big cat that's like me as a cat person.
Totoro is basically the forest spirit, but the little Totoros are basically like other forest spirits that exist.
But they're all cats.
They're not really cats.
They're like
cat bunnies.
Bear bunnies.
Yeah.
But do they all look like the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just little, like, he's really the only one with his 3 big things, and he's gray. They'll be little white ones.
Little blue ones. He's the only one who looks like him.
I have to see a picture of multiple Totoros.
Okay, I'll show you Totoros.
This may have changed my whole bit. I thought Totoro was just that one.
That's in Totoro, who is just...
I literally thought Totoro was just the one big bunny bear cat.
No, Totoro in Japanese means forest spirit.
I mean, okay.
And
so there's lots of Totoros.
Yeah, so he's basically the icon of Studio Ghibli, if you didn't know. And I do want to say that Ghibli's, the name Ghibli actually comes, and some people say Ghibli. I'm fairly certain it's Ghibli, but people, whatever you want to say.
So there's different Totoros.
What?
Yeah.
They're all adorable.
Why didn't you tell me this before now?
We can watch Totoro together if you want to.
I'll sit down and watch Totoro together.
Okay, we can make a movie
and my
day
favorite
of it.
thing that I have is a Baymax in a Totoro suit.
I hate you a little.
That's cute.
Yeah, but we get to down and watch it.
Oh my God, Green Lantern Totoro, and it still fits within.
It's cute.
No, it still fits within fucking it. Guys, it would still fit within continuity.
Somebody else hear the crackling?
It would still fit with Green Lantern, and Earth 2 is tied to the power of Earth, the green.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, green.
Okay, but we'll make a movie day of it. We'll watch Totoro together.
And 13th Warrior.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll each bring a movie to the table.
I'm always ready for Totoro. I'll just be honest with you. Like, I could whip out a Totoro at any point. Matter of fact, where are my keys? There's a Totoro on it.
Do you have Totoro underwear? Is that a thing?
Well, we'll figure it out. But anyway.
No, we're doing this. We're doing fucking free rotation movie day.
But Ghibli actually means in Arabic a hot wind. And that was basically because they wanted to, I know, it kind of sounds like a fart, but basically they wanted to blow, like bring
not a warm breeze.
They wanted to bring a wind to the Japanese anime, basically like a change.
I would just like to point out how we've pointed out on this podcast on several occasions that you're of Persian descent, and you're the Ghibli fan.
It's a Becky fart.
It's a Becky fart joke.
I mean, whatever works.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. But my favorite Studio Ghibli movie is Spirited Away, which is shocking to some people, which, I mean, whatever. What was that look?
Not shocking.
I was like, who's it shocking to?
Well, some people think My Neighbor Totoro is my favorite. But Spirited Away, I think
Is that the one with the little? No, that's Kiki's delivery service.
Kiki's okay.
And that's not Ghibli.
It is.
It is.
Kiki's Delivery
How
Services.
the fuck do I, Moreland? How the fuck did I do that?
Kiki's Delivery Service is one of my favorite. I don't think I've had a Ghibli movie that I didn't like. Kiki's Delivery Service was actually my first Ghibli movie.
How did I
Princess
Ghibli?
Mononoke was mine.
I think Princess Mononoke's the first for a lot of people.
Okay,
First for a
can
lot
I
of
just have
people.
a plot synopsis of each of these so I can decide which one I want to watch?
Sure. Which
He'll want to watch Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle is basically about a wizard named Hal who has a moving castle, but it's basically about a woman who stumbles onto this castle and they're at war
It's
with.
moving. How do you not stumble onto a moving castle? It stumbles onto you.
Well, she accidentally gets cursed.
Yeah, she gets
She has
cursed.
to find him.
She has to find him to remove the curse because his ex-lover basically cursed her.
And there's a vicious little flame called Calcifer.
And he is like, it's Billy
Is he
Crystal.
sassy?
He is.
Is he sassy?
He is very
Yeah.
sassy.
Is he like flaming flame?
No, he is. He's flaming. He's sassy.
But this
Okay,
is a
okay,
good, it's a good
okay.
fantastical fantasy movie.
I don't
if
need
you're into
everything.
that.
I just need the broad
No, I'm
strokes.
going through it. Kiki's Delivery Service is about a witch named Kiki who on her
Is that she's a delivery girl with a broom?
She has a black
she
cat.
does, and named Gigi, and she becomes a bread delivery girl because at the age of 13, witches have to move on and learn to have a new skill of some sort. Okay.
Ponyo.
Castle in the Sky.
Castle in the Sky is one of those that I've only seen one time, and I wouldn't mind a rewatch of it because I really don't remember it. I saw it when I was like 14 or 15. So that's one I can't tell you about. Ponyo is about an adorable little girl who's a little fish. It's basically the Little Mermaid retelling.
And an adorable little 5-year-old Satsuke.
Yeah, who basically decides that she wants to be a human, and she...
To be with Satsuke.
Yeah.
Sasuke!
Yeah, so she becomes human, but basically brings off a tsunami because of it, because she
Because she's nature.
Yeah.
So she has to choose between magic and human.
Yeah, she offsets the balance of nature and the world.
And her mother is the goddess of mercy. And her father is a human who went under the sea to
because
try.
he did not like humans.
So far,
Well, he's always like, humans just junk up the sea.
But it's a cute movie.
so far, Castle is winning.
Okay.
Boo, Ponyo.
Howl's Moving Castle's winning so far? Okay. Spirited Away is about a girl named Chihiro who gets pulled into the spirit world when her family accidentally stumbles upon a shrine.
And this is where you see no face.
And basically,
That's that thing on your dashboard,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
she has to become I don't want to say a bathing housewoman, but she has to save
She
her.
is. It's like a whorehouse.
Yeah,
They have to take care of them. Yeah.
Yeah, she has to find a way to turn her parents back because her parents become cursed in the spirit
If
world.
you eat food in the spirit world, you turn into a pig.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
bad shit happens when you eat spirit
and then
food.
Yeah, so basically, it's about her finding her way through the spirit world to save her family.
Does at any point this stray into a weird hentai area that I'm not
No,
comfortable with?
no. That's my favorite one. And her boyfriend's the river, so that's even
A
cooler.
river.
Yeah,
Princess Mononoke.
So she humps a rapid.
Anyways,
kind of.
yes.
That means anal is just an enema.
Yes.
It does.
Anal is an anime anyways.
Princess Mononoke is one of the darker ones.
Princess,
I'm in. What's this one?
Go for it, Vex.
Princess Mononoke is about a it's about a man who becomes cursed. Is
Not
it
a
because
curse.
he becomes cursed? Is that what happens?
I must be thinking of. I must be thinking of Princess Kaguya then. Oh yeah. He got struck on the arm, and his arm has.
Oh, he has a
A
rot to
curse
him.
on it,
Yeah, he has
yeah.
a rot to him. So he's trying to find a way to uncurse himself when he comes across this woman whose name is Mononoke, and she's
Well,
a
she's
wolf
not a
woman.
woman. She's a girl.
She's a little girl.
Not
Well,
a
not
little.
a-
No,
not
she's
little
like
girl.
a teenager.
She's
Yeah.
like
17,
17.
18-ish.
Is
But
17
she's grown up with wolves.
So I don't have to worry about any of this. What is it? Lolly bullshit.
No,
happening?
no,
Okay.
never with
Lolita, yeah.
Never with anything Miyazaki or Ghibli in general because he absolutely hates the anime culture.
Okay,
Anything
good.
weeaboo like
Yeah,
that.
he's animated, not anime.
Yeah, that's why when I call Studio Ghibli Japanese animation, it's to denote the fact that it is not anime.
And it would hurt you to do otherwise. Got it.
Yeah, because he hates
Okay,
anything
so
to do with
he
it.
meets a girl raised by wolves.
And she's at
Does she
war.
wear any kind of pants or just like?
She wears the blood of her brother, who's a wolf, and a wolf pelt.
Okay. This one is drastically shot into the lead. Go on.
And it's basically the
this
war.
is a fucking D&D
There's a
character
human
right now.
settlement, and they're mining a mountain. but they're destroying the ecology around it.
Right. And they're trying to destroy the spirit of the forest to
she
mine them.
But is she a spirit or like a feral child?
She's a feral child.
She's feral.
But she's raised by...
She's not super feral because she can talk and
she's...
this, that, and
What
the
I mean
other.
is she Mowgli from the Jungle Book?
Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly.
And she's raised by a wolf mother and lives in the forest with the
Do
spirit
the
of the
animals
forest.
talk?
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously.
No, but they're
to
badass.
her though.
I was about to say they speak to her and they speak to her telepathically.
Mentally, yeah, because she's
But
grown
they're
up
not
with
like,
So this ain't the
hey,
Jungle
how are
Book.
you? They're like, are you ready to go on the hunt?
we will battle against
The
the humans and
humans are
destroy
close.
them.
Why have you not? Okay, this one is winning.
Okay, I think I think you would like Princess Mononoke and Howl's Moving Castle, which are two very different movies.
I like Howl's Moving Castle. It also has a dark element, and it kind of sexualizes Howl a little bit.
A little bit.
When he's like taking his bath and doing his hair and stuff, and she's just like, hey.
It's also anti-war, very anti-war because
You
he doesn't.
had me at feral wolf child.
Yeah,
You
Princess
had me
Mononoke
at a
is
character I can build in
Princess
D&D.
Mononoke is generally the one that everybody says is the best Studio Ghibli movie ever to come out.
Which I don't think is true. I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
like it, but I didn't
Does
think
anyone
so.
have this on DVD that I
I
can
do.
watch on Sunday?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have it.
I must watch this.
I have almost every Studio Ghibli movie at this point.
There was a couple of Christmases, that's all I gave her.
Yeah.
I
There you
remember
The
go.
that.
only one I haven't gotten her is Porco Rosso because it's like $500.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
it's not released here.
What's a
It's
Porco
been
Rosso?
released now, though.
Well, yeah, and it's coming to
And
the theater.
What's
Yeah,
a Porco
we're-
Rosso? That
It's
sounds
a
delicious.
pig. It's a flying pig pilot. That's
and
going
there,
to be in Studio
and there's
Ghibli
like
Fest.
a parade of the dead or something.
Wait,
I-
wait,
I-
wait.
I thought it
wait,
was a
shut up.
Pokemon.
Wait.
Don't tell me to shut up.
It's like a red
Shut up,
baron.
What?
Is it like Snoopy is a red baron but a pig?
It's basically the pig is the Red Baron.
And he leads the parade of the dead
Yeah.
through the streets. Yeah.
That's also a Ghibli Fest this year.
Calm down.
All
Calm
of
down.
these are coming to the theater. You can go with me and Becky to the theater and watch it.
Okay.
We're going to go see The Cat Returns, which is about a girl who gets pulled into the cat realm because she saves a cat.
I just heard
Moreland,
Andy.
Are you going to go with us? Because let me tell you.
If I can, yes.
When I heard what this movie, because it advertises them and there's like The Cat Returns, and she saved a cat, and he's about to get run over. She saves him suddenly. She's in Kitty Cat World.
It's
Like,
Angie's
wait,
heaven.
she doesn't
She's in
become a
Kitty
cat.
Cat
It's a combination of Angie's heaven and hell. Does she have her Benadryl with her?
Exactly. Will I die? I don't care. And pet all the kitties.
So wait. So she just gets sucked into an eternal celestial cat cafe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like Angie as a movie.
I know.
Like I said, it's
That's-
perfect.
simultaneously Angie's heaven and hell.
To be fair-
if she has her Benadryl with her, then she's fine.
Wait. Pardon the blasphemy, but does that mean it's an anime?
Oh, Jesus.
Go kill
It's-
yourself.
Anginated.
There you go.
Anginated.
Anginated would work.
Go jump off the cliff with him.
But
I woke up. What were we talking about?
those are the most
So
prominent
explain to me
ones.
Totoro.
Oh, my God. Okay, I forgot about Totoro. Totoro is the last one I'm going to
Isn't
explain.
that like? Aren't
Because
there- isn't that
Totoro,
like-
everybody, I haven't met a single person that liked Totoro, so I think when you talk about your favorite Ghibli, you can include Totoro.
Totoro is basically the iconic movie of
Because
Studio
it's
Ghibli.
adorable, it's sad, it's happy,
It's funny.
cute,
It's adorable.
and the
So-
little girl is so funny and cute.
yeah.
So the gateway drug I have to do is watch Totoro.
No, I think
But the
you
two
end,
I'm gonna
you end
like-
with Totoro.
you end with
You
Totoro.
end with Totoro. You start with Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, you set the bar because these are the movies that they're making. Is Princess Mononoke is basically what they're trying to portray to children and to adults. You end with Totoro because yes, there's a story to it, or what's the word, a metaphor or something to that extent with it. But it's fucking adorable and it's just fucking adorable.
Cat Bear Bunny is basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when they first discover him, so the little girl is she's crawling through the underbrush.
Does he always have that creepy smile?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, he's sleeping when she first finds him. And she decides she needs a nap because she's little. She's, what,
She's
like three or four? So she climbs on his belly, and as he snores, and he wakes up and he's like, "Mah! Baby on my belly."
You ever wonder if a Snorlax was based on Totoro and they just
Oh,
didn't
I
tell us?
totally have wondered that. Because
Probably.
that Totoro Snorlax, because he's sleeping, and all the Totoros are sleeping,
Does
and
he
they're like,
sleep like all the time?
He sleeps a lot, yeah.
Like
Snorlax,
a cat.
Other than when he tree dances.
Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon.
But in Totoro is Cat Bus. And it is, remember my birthday cake?
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it looked like.
It's a
and-
bus, but a cat.
And she rides on cat bus to get to and from.
Except Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli also has a museum. After Spirited Away and the popularity of it, they ended up opening a museum called the Ghibli Museum in Japan. And they have short films that they show throughout the museum. So one of them is
about
called,
cat bus.
It's called May and the Kitten Bus. And instead of riding a cat bus, because she's a tiny little girl, she rides a kitten
Angie
bus.
literally just became a puddle of person
I'm
because
just
her
shocked.
spine
I
slid out
told
her
Angie
anus.
about this. I'm like, we've got to go to Ghibli Museum.
Okay, wait a minute. Which museum do you want to go to? That museum or the Gary Gygax Memorial D&D Museum that Joe Manganiello was at?
Ghibli Museum.
Really?
I want to go to the Flash Museum.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It triggered Scoob. That's all I care about. That's all that we need to know.
I want to strap a bomb to you and hope no one shows up.
The Flash will be there eventually.
I fucking...
If somebody gets that
I
reference,
want-
will you explain it to me on a comment?
I'll tell you right now. There was an episode of Justice League Unlimited. The Flash had a museum in his home.
No, he
City?
he has a museum anyways. It's not just in Justice League Unlimited. He has a museum, period.
The point is...
They have a museum to the
has-
Flash and his
He has
accomplishments.
Orion, which is Darkseid's illegitimate son, and Batman as his guests. And his rogues gallery kick in the door and try to have this thing to kill him. The Justice League saves his ass. And the whole plot of the fucking episode is just like, guys, I'm going to the museum. It's a museum about me. And he's just all freaked out because it's a museum about me. Imagine you're us and you get a museum about the Free Rotation podcast.
Yeah.
That's the plot of the Flash Museum. And that's why I fucking was triggered when he did
Okay,
it.
I got you. Well, I would go to the Ghibli Museum, Angie. D&D Museum, Ghibli Museum.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct answer? Both.
Correct
I don't
answer
get
is
the
yes.
money to go to, but I would go to both. Easy. But if I had to choose in my lifetime, I'd probably go to the Ghibli
Well, no,
Museum.
you didn't have to choose. You just had to go both.
If I have to choose, D&D Museum.
Fair.
Well, I think
If,
that's
if
both-
I have to choose.
Yeah.
If I don't have to choose, both.
Now, when Becky first told me about it, it was not a Studio Ghibli movie, but it is the Your Name.
Yeah.
I thought, that sounds so boring. But it was in the theater, so she's like, we had to go. It's in the theater.
Of course.
So that is my favorite. It used to be Nausicaa and the Valley of
But-
the Wind, but Your Name is...
I think the reason why Your Name isn't a Ghibli movie, but I think it's very much inspired by what Miyazaki set for his
It brought
stories.
Miyazaki out of retirement.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
wow.
it.
Oh, and he did Somebody in the Witchflower.
Okay, so
Okay.
let me go.
Okay.
Let me go.
Let's
through these
back up so Becky can talk about
Okay,
it.
here we go.
She still didn't explain Totoro yet.
I know, right?
Totoro's
I'll-
just fucking adorable. That's all you got to fucking know about it.
Okay.
Just watch
So
it.
this family, it starts with 2 girls and a dad, and the mom has an illness they never specify, but you get the feeling something like leukemia.
So terminal, okay.
Yeah, and she's in the hospital, and they go and see her.
Spoilers, by the way.
But while the dad is at work, and little girl goes and they meet Totoro, and he kind of takes care of them, and the girl's at the bus stop, and Totoro pops out because she think maybe the oldest is like maybe we imagined it, but that's where it's raining with the umbrella scene, and Totoro has the leaf, and she shares her umbrella, and then he shares his leaf, and then Cat Bus shows up. But what it is just the girls, and then the little girl goes missing, and she's looking for her sister.
And Cat Bus and Totoro help look for her.
Look for her.
Like I said, it's a very simplistic storyline, but the point of the movie is that it's a cute kids movie that it's also about learning, to cope with family who are hospitalized.
Right,
dealing
because they're
with
traveling back and forth,
trauma.
and they miss their mom, and the mom
Yeah.
misses them. And there's one scene where it's the mom and the dad talking, and she's crying, and he's upset, and you think maybe she got bad news, but then she's coming home, but you kind of get the impression it's hospice care.
Yeah, like she's not going to last much longer because this actually takes place in the 60s.
And then because they plant like a grove of trees, and that's what the Totoros dance around. And I feel like it's a memoriam. And then the end of the movie is the Totoros make the trees grow super big, and they're sitting in the branches of little Totoros like owls
And I think they're there to protect the kids because
because mom died.
mom is dying, and that they know that they're protecting the innocence of the children while protecting their forest. It's a really cute movie with a very sad undertone to it, but if you want to watch it for surface purposes,
Because
you
as
why
an
the
adult, you understand what's wrong with mom, but as a kid, you would never understand.
Okay, then I can't watch Totoro.
It's
I,
sad.
I will
It's
cry
sad.
like a bitch, and I'm
Well,
not
yeah.
letting
but you
people
never see mom die.
You never see it.
I don't need to.
It's just implied.
I don't need to see mom die.
Well, I will
It's
tell
gonna
you.
happen.
I will tell you 100%.
Because it keeps showing the clock. And every time it goes to her in the hospital room, it shows that ticking clock, which to me is like
Mortality.
symbolic of her time
Yeah.
ticking away.
But I will say, Scoob, I haven't, maybe other than Kiki, no. how? Nope. I think I've cried during every Ghibli movie.
Even Princess Mononoke?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, totally. At the end, when the mother wolf dies.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'm still gonna watch it.
You're still gonna watch it. You're still gonna watch it. It's a good freaking movie.
Sorry to yell in the microphone, but
All right. You know how
spoiler alert.
you know how in the South we got a bunch of rednecks and they're all wanting the
careful where you go.
the most
Jesus, hold on, Marlon. Careful where you go.
the most points on a deer, the bucks with their antlers. They're like, oh, this is a 10-pointer. There's like a 40-pointer buck. Yeah. There's like a freaking it's a
And he's the spirit.
he's one of the spirits. His antlers are just it's ungodly.
You'll see.
And there's a vicious spirit who comes to try and take over from him because he senses he's weak.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just slathering. He's the one who cursed the guy's arm.
You, sir, have triggered my inner yeehaw.
It's still a movie to watch.
Do they all share? Do they all share a universe like the Avengers?
No,
movies and
it's
stuff?
so sad. I can't. And you did cry. We were at the movies together.
I did say I cried.
Yeah.
I said I cried. I said I've cried at every Studio Ghibli movie.
But do they all share a universe?
No. Some of them do. There are times that they say that some of them do. Like some of the slice of life ones, you might see the cat from The Cat Returns in it. Or if you're watching, there's another one, and there's a reference. It was,
If I'm going to see Princess Mononoke and the cat walks through the background.
Like, you hear somebody talk about the Kahaku River, which is in Spirited Away, and that's actually mentioned in Totoro.
Oh, although in Porco Rosso, I was reading that there are cameos of a lot of the characters.
Because they take place in the spirit world.
Right, because it's in the spirit world, and in the March of the Thing, I think it talks about you see Kiki's cat.
Right, Gigi.
And Cat Bus is in the parade.
I want to get back to your name, because the thing with your name is that it wasn't a Studio Ghibli movie, but it had heavy influences from Studio Ghibli to the point that it has a fantastical storyline that ends up being very poignant. And it was the #1 highest grossing movie in Japan, to the point that Hayao Miyazaki came out of retirement because he did not want to be one-upped. Because before that, the #1 movie was Spirited Away.
Which is my least favorite Studio Ghibli movie.
Wait, so this triggered old Japanese man one-upmanship?
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which movie made him come out of retirement?
Your name. Oh, Scoob, you don't want to... Okay. Whew, we're going to get off Studio Ghibli for a second, but your name...
I thought it counted.
Your name counts because I think just because of how poignant the story is for me and Angie.
And the animation
didn't you say that Miyazaki wrote it?
No.
Oh.
No, he wrote Nausicaa.
The director was basically I think he was either a huge Miyazaki fan or he worked under Miyazaki. But your name, if we don't watch a Ghibli movie, that's the one you've got to watch.
It's incredibly good.
It is one of the best stories you will ever.
And it's funny.
Feral Wolfchild still pretty good.
Feral Wolfchild was
Yes.
I'm saying
Princess Mononoke was good, but your name is on a level of its own.
Is she actually a princess, or is that just what they call her?
No, she's princess. She's
Princess of the Wolves.
Because she's the wolf mother. She's her child. And she doesn't discriminate between her actual wolf children and Princess Mononoke.
She's
her kid. She's her child.
She recognizes that she's human.
Does Mononoke mean something in Japanese?
It probably does. I'll look it up.
Or something?
Yeah, probably. But I would say...
I know I'm asking really weird questions.
Oh, no, it's fine.
No, you're fine.
But if you want to watch... we have to watch Studio Ghibli. You also have to watch Your Name. I will tell you 100% that movie will make you cry.
So, okay. We need to watch...
Oh, I bawled. I mean, I didn't just cry. I ugly cried.
Let me tell you.
I was sobbing. I didn't expect it.
Me and Angie...
We're watching this not out in public.
Okay. Yeah, we got to watch it, in together. So, I will tell you...
May or may not invite my wife.
I watched it on, a cut from, a Japanese... Somebody went to the movie and recorded it kind of shit.
A bootleg.
Oh, yeah. This is interesting. Mononoke means vengeful spirit.
Makes sense because
she's angry.
Yeah.
We even mentioned how she was... She was angry.
She is.
I will say, I watched it on my computer. I cried. Your Name. I went to the theater with Angie, fully knowing what the story is
Every
about.
Every time you say that, you say Your Name. I keep you're talking to me.
Kimi no Nawa. There we go. That's the Japanese.
No, you can
name.
say it.
Okay.
It's a weird.
We went to the theater. I knew it was fully going to happen.
I
started crying, looked at Angie. We were both crying. We just kept crying for the next 30 minutes.
And we won't give you too much of the storyline, but basically, there's a guy and a girl.
Uh-huh.
He wakes up in her body, and she wakes up in his.
Oh, no.
And they don't...
That's not a good premise.
They don't know each other's name. They don't know their actual...
They don't know who they are. They know who they are, but they don't know why it's happening the way it's happening.
Hence the your
And they
name
start
part.
writing each other little notes and stuff, and
It's about their relationship. Don't go any farther.
I won't tell, but it's not like a rom-com.
No. It starts out but there's an underlying story that's important to
And
it.
so then at the end, it becomes very important about what's your name.
It hurts Angie quite a bit.
It does. I'm actually getting emotional about this just thinking about what happened because I didn't expect it. Like, I legit didn't expect it. Becky didn't tell me anything about it. And when it happened, I was just like, that's heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking.
I'm going to guess that one of them dies.
I'm not telling you.
I know you're not going to tell me, but I'm just guessing so you can go back when we do it and see if I was right or wrong.
I will 100% tell you that if you don't watch a Ghibli movie, you watch your name. 100%.
I will guess either they develop a very deep love relationship and one of them dies.
Well, they don't know each other.
And they don't know each other at
No.
all.
They just are in each other's bodies.
They just know.
But didn't you say they wrote notes to each other? They don't.
They
Yeah.
know each other, but they don't know.
Okay, it's really funny. When he first wakes up as her, he's like, grabbing his boobs and looking at himself naked.
As he would.
And her sister walks by and is just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
But
And then she wakes up and she can't get to school on time because she doesn't know. She's like, I gotta touch it to pee. Like,
yeah, it's very funny. You
it's
just
way more adult than.
Yeah.
Your name. If knowing your name is the important part.
Just let it go.
One of them has to
We are gonna
die.
watch
That
it
has to be
together.
the
We are
thing.
gonna watch it together because I want to see your reaction. And honestly,
You're gonna ugly cry.
you're gonna
Scoob,
ugly cry, and it's okay because
Okay, I need
it's
I need
okay.
one of you. I need Angie to pull out something, put something in the group chat.
Okay.
Ask my wife if she wants to watch this movie with us for the express purpose of watching me cry. She's seen me cry one time, and she was like happy and made fun of me at the same time. I don't know what to do.
I will say 100%. I think every Ghibli movie has made me cry at one point, but it's because either it's a sweet story, and it's not always sad. Sometimes it's just a sweet story. Spirited Away is sweet.
Is this the same studio that did Kubo and the Two Strings?
No,
Okay.
that's an American company.
Oh, with the fucking. I think I
love
saw it on
that too.
Netflix. Where the
I
fucking.
saw Dan ugly cry at that movie.
Oh, is that the one that they like? The guy's he's a bard basically.
Yes.
I loved and hate that fucking movie.
I will say I found that animated movies are the ones, animated movies like the Ghibli movies and Your Name and even Kubo and the Two Strings are the ones that make me cry the hardest.
No, you know what's a really fuck you kind of movie?
What?
The remake of Pete's Dragon.
I don't want to talk about it.
Cause fuck Carl Urban.
I know.
Fuck you.
I think
you
you
pi-
said
hold
that
on,
100
hold on.
times.
You piece of shit. Fuck! How dare you be fucking mean to that fucking dog dragon?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not ever gonna see Iron Giant again. I'm not doing it.
Hell no, except in Ready Player One.
You know what? Well, that was badass. But you remember how you asked me? We were talking about our favorite Disney movies. Mine would be Iron Giant.
Yeah, Iron Giant
Is
was
it
a good one.
Does it count as
It
a
is
Disney?
a Disney movie.
Is it Disney?
Is it
Disney's
Pixar or
Iron
Disney?
Giant.
I
No,
think
it's Disney. Disney's
Disney.
Iron Giant.
Yeah.
I
If somebody
don't
could
know.
tell us.
You know what? You know what my favorite Disney movie is? Sky High. It was one
Love
of the
Sky High.
Yeah, it was good.
My,
That's so
my
funny.
specific reason is it's got Bruce Campbell as the coach. And you're like, you did Evil Dead. Why the fuck are you in a Disney movie?
Because it's hilarious.
It's like when...
Gym Teacher Man, you mean?
Whatever it was, yeah.
I will.
His
I'm
actual
gonna
name
say-
is Sonic Boom, but everybody calls him Gym Teacher.
I'm going to say 100%. If
Or
we
the
watch
dad
Your
does.
Name, you need to watch Totoro then instead. You can only... Or Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle would be
I
a good
liked
one.
Howl's
Oh,
Moving Castle.
I'm definitely...
Princess Mononoke, though,
I'm-
is like heavy, though.
It
is heavy.
But see,
it was my
okay.
first one. I think you
Well,
should
see,
watch it.
here's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, you just explained me the premises of the movies. Princess Mononoke hooked me with feral wolf child. I know
And
it's not
she
just
stays
that,
pretty
but
feral. And then at the end, where she has like her realization that she is also human.
And she realizes
oh,
that
it's that.
she's...
It's like that.
she doesn't
know.
realize she's
No,
human.
she stays feral
But no, she
So I'm
realizes
not gonna
that
tell
she's
you-
not any different than what's happening. She's doing exactly
because
the
her
same.
anger, she is exactly like the people destroying the mountain.
It's one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
because
she,
her anger kind of brings on the bad spirit.
I know I could probably get through Princess Mononoke and enjoy it.
Oh, you would.
Yeah.
Totoro, I don't know if I could survive that much cuteness.
It's
You could.
it's syrup. It's cute. It's just so cute that
But see, cute, stupid things.
no, it's not. It's hard to explain.
Well, what I mean by stupid
Totoro
things
is like the feel-good portion of it because the storyline is pretty serious with the mother being ill and the little girl going missing.
I'm just trying to avoid watching movies before my kid's born. They're gonna fuck me up and make me unready for it.
Nah, your kid will
No.
love Totoro.
Totoro-
You'll love Totoro. Your child will love Totoro.
I have a copy. Actually have like 3 copies of Totoro. One I gave to my coworker, and her kids consistently watch it, and they're 2 and 4, 2 and 3. So it's one of those movies that kids can watch and appreciate, but the adults will be able to see
Okay, because I remember I was with somebody for a while, and their kid wanted to watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs on loop all day.
Hell, Scoob, I'm telling you, Studio Ghibli
She's
movies.
triggered as shit.
No, Studio Ghibli movies are on a completely different level.
No, I understand that. I'm not comparing the two. I'm saying, like, if it gets to the point where my child understands Totoro,
Yeah.
am I going to have to sit there and dress up as Totoro one year?
Now,
Well, yeah. You've got the
yes.
perfect build for Totoro.
Right.
I would dress up as Totoro.
Don't encourage that idea.
I've
No,
seen some really
I'm
awesome
picturing it now.
cosplays.
I encourage you dressing up as just about anything.
Now,
That's a very dangerous
there is
statement.
only one movie that has been rated 100% certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes.
Sausage Party.
That's Studio
A
Ghibli.
good movie.
That is Studio Ghibli.
Sausage Party, the
Can
animated
you
series.
guess what it is? Because I really want to talk about this one because this one wrecked me hard too.
Oh, the on somebody's hill.
No, from Up on Poppy Hill, no.
Okay. Is it the one about with the people on the bicycle?
That's from Up on Poppy Hill.
Okay.
I don't know because I know 3 Studio Ghibli movies.
And we
When you
discussed
say
them
it,
all.
I'll remember what you're talking about.
We've talked about it's the Tale of Princess Kaguya.
Oh, well,
You know what I was
we've
going?
already talked about it.
No,
we haven't talked about the plot.
No,
but we
I was
mentioned
I was
it.
going through like which one is they said for more than twice and they and they didn't explain.
Well, I mentioned it with Isao Takahata, but the ones I've talked about with Scoob are Hayao Miyazaki movies, effectively. But the Tale of Princess Kaguya is one of the most unique Ghibli movies because it's not animated like a Ghibli movie. It is all hand drawn. It is like watching
I
somebody
thought they were
draw.
all hand drawn.
When they are hand drawn, but when I say hand drawn, it looks like it's being drawn on paper as it's happening.
Oh,
It is very pretty. It is very poignant, and it is probably one of the movies you'll ever see that really makes you question your mortality. Not question in a way you want to commit suicide, but whether you are living your life to the.
I do that shit now, so I don't need to watch this movie.
But oh my god!
I'm with him.
Well, if you know anything about Princess Kaguya, it's already a Japanese folktale. And it's about a girl who has come down from the moon and how she grows up to be a human, but she's still a princess of the moon.
She's still a moon child.
Well, there's a lot of anime that use Kaguya as a
Well,
thing.
yeah, because it's a folktale.
But this is like it's drawn in such a manner that it reminds you of a folktale. Like if you were reading a folktale that was an old Japanese folktale with the drawings, that's what it gives you the feeling of. And I think it's 100% certified, and that's another one that's I swear to God, all Ghibli movies will wreck you at one point or another.
Yeah, think of like the beginning to Ferngully, how when she's telling the story, it's drawing it as it happens. That's kind of how it
Kayla bought
happens.
that movie in the $5 bin at Walmart. Fuck that movie.
Ferngully.
My name is
But
Betty.
Becky's all about wrecking the butthole. So
True that.
I've been brain fried, electrified.
she keeps
Dude,
saying the
that's like
movies will wreck you.
You mean
Oh.
the fairy circle?
Yes, no, that's the other one.
No,
The
but
butt-
Becky's butthole is
No,
fairy
the
circle.
Gagunga Gap is the vagine.
Okay, you're right.
So-
My bad. I blame Scoob.
Jeez, Marlon, get your
For
fairy
what?
circle
Introducing you to the term Gagunga Gap or Becky's fucking mushroom infested vagina or butthole?
What? Okay,
Yes.
I just
It's
want to
happened.
I'm going to put this out here right now. That is not actually true in real life. It's just them talking.
Becky, that's fake news.
I was about to say I do have a big veiny dick though. So
I swear to God.
Jesus.
You don't even let us set up for your big veiny dick anymore. You're like, I have a huge penis.
I have a big veiny dick, and I accidentally showed it. No,
This
you
is-
didn't accidentally.
Yeah,
You
I-
just showed it to me.
This is
I did not make you
we
look
said
in my
it's
glasses.
reflected in your glasses, and you were like, "What is this?" Oh,
no,
it's your big
no,
veiny dick.
No, Scoob just
Marlon,
looked at me and
this
was
is-
like, "It's reflected in your phone." And I'm like, "Oh shit, I see his dick." Not my fault. You were nosing in my shit. That's what you get. Dick.
in your fairy circle. Get it right, Jesus.
Studio Ghibli.
Okay. Oh. What about fairy circles and Studio Ghibli?
Oh my
Such
god.
a small fat ass, Jesus.
But
Why are you going to talk about stuff like that?
Right?
I will
minute.
towards. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
You.
Go ahead.
You.
I mean, I'll
I
talk
was
since
going
he
to say at the
doesn't.
very Studio Ghibli kind of soft shut down in 2014 because Isao Takahata and Hayao Miyazaki retired, and
I said, it sounds like they would be allowed to be.
Yeah, Miyazaki, though, has come out of retirement like 3 times. And once again, he's come out of retirement.
Oh my God,
again.
He is a meme.
He's the Terry Funk of animation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Rolling
Big time.
Stones of Japanese animation.
But with Studio, it was effectively shut down at that point because the Goro Miyazaki, who is Hayao Miyazaki's son, did not live up to the standard of what Hayao Miyazaki created. He created Tale of the Earth from Earthsea, which was like the worst movie.
So he's David Flair.
Yes.
And he also did From Up on Poppy Hill, which was pretty good, but it didn't have the same feeling that the Miyazaki movies did.
Do you think he had that very moment like, Father, how do I do this?
Honestly, we all thought that Up on Poppy Hill was nominated for awards, and we were pretty convinced Your Name would win, but it went to Frozen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was the same year Frozen was
No,
released.
actually, funny enough, Your Name was never nominated for an Oscar. That's why people were pissed off.
What? I thought,
No,
so
it
Up
was
on Poppy Hill was nominated and lost.
It was the Tale of Princess Kaguya that was nominated and lost to Frozen.
Okay.
Fucking
I knew it was
Frozen.
one of them.
You know that Miyazaki was just like, the fuck is this?
Funny.
I lost to this American bullshit.
Here's
Come on,
why.
man.
Here's the thing: is with the Oscars with animated movies, they have come out and said that unless their grandchildren basically dictate who wins the animated movies because they don't care. The only one I think to win an Oscar was Spirited Away, and that was in 2003. And basically, Miyazaki got up there, shit on everybody, and I think that was why he wasn't allowed to come back.
I'm just shocked Your Name because that is one of the best animated.
It wasn't even nominated.
That's the fucking Oscar version of Jethro Tull winning best rock
If it was a
performance
live
on
action
Metallica's
movie, if it was
Right?
a live
Black
action
Album.
foreign movie, it would have 100% been nominated. But because it was an animated movie, they did not nominate it. It was one of those things where I read it and I was like, everybody who's ever seen Your Name will say that was the worst decision ever made because I think that year Boss Baby won.
Yeah. Oh. Boss Baby won?
Mm-hmm.
Boss Baby.
Boss Baby. Angie died.
I've only seen half of that movie, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Angie's in her sunken place.
I am in a fairy circle of hell because that when you see Your Name,
I will, and
Angie's literally taking off her headphones,
Yeah.
putting her microphone toward us.
I'm shoving it up my ass right now.
Angie, you cannot have my... No, Angie, put my knife down. You can't have it.
but
Not up my fairy circle.
And I also think Ghibli got a name for not being able to make cuts to its movie because
Yeah.
they made horrible cuts to Nausicaa back in the early 90s.
And retitled it.
And retitled it Warriors of the Wind. Harvey Weinstein, by the way, that asshole did this. So
I still don't know exactly what he did. I just know we're supposed to hate him.
yeah, just
He
don't.
raped a lot of actresses.
Yeah.
Oh, then fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he
So
was...
basically, what happened
terrible.
is when Nausicaa,
Bill Cosby.
yeah, when Nausicaa
Kinda.
came to the United States,
Just less pudding pops. Got it.
they cut a lot of it, put a male, some random dude who's not even in the story, on the cover and called it Warriors of the Wind. So when Spirited Away was bought over here, it's Princess Mononoke. There's a legend that one of the producers sent Harvey Weinstein a katana that says no cuts.
No, Miyazaki did.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was Miyazaki.
Yeah.
I
sent it.
believe. I think I've heard either you
Yeah.
tell me that
And
or something.
yeah, he sent a katana and basically.
Basically, what, Ghibli has always had this thing where it's like, I don't fucking give a shit about Western movies and the Western awards. Miyazaki got up during the Oscars and said, you all are the reason why the world is to shit at this point. So fuck y'all.
He's very clear
and yeah.
about his disdain of culture.
Yeah, and Ghibli has not won a single award since then.
Miyazaki is a fucking savage.
Dude,
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is.
he made a young animator cry because he was using CGI to create zombies, and Miyazaki's like, you're the problem with animation these days.
Yeah. Animation is drawn. And in Ponyo, he drew all the waves himself.
It looks like he sounds like he'd be like, "Get off my empire."
But
Like,
think
he's-
about it. This
Pretty
man,
much.
This man is a super perfectionist. He spent 15,000 hours drawing waves for the intro of Ponyo.
He sounds like a
Intro.
Japanese Walt Disney because Walt Disney was
Yes.
very.
They all
Okay, but while Walt Disney was a Nazi,
I'm not saying it's a perfect
no,
comparison,
but-
Angela.
he's not Walt Disney at all.
No.
To be
I'm
honest,
just saying. I'm
no,
just saying, like,
there's no
not
comparison.
even on the level of.
No,
he's an angry Japanese man, and he's just a very talented angry Japanese man. And I will give
He's Goku.
100%
Yes.
shout out. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it is on Amazon Video. It's the documentary called In the Kingdom of Dreams and Madness, and it's a documentary about Studio Ghibli right when it was announced that Miyazaki and Takahata were retiring. And if you want to get a great...
I want there to be a scene where there's a klaxon like, wah, 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 going off and red lights going, it's happening, the end is over, or the end is here. I want that to be a scene of the
No,
movie.
it's not like that, but it was,
Miyazaki is a perfectionist like Alfred Hitchcock was.
yeah.
Oh, why didn't you just start with that?
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. I'm like, yeah, like Alfred Hitchcock.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
Absolute perfection.
And if you're interested in learning
So maybe
more about...
that's why seppuku is a thing. Because of fucking Miyazaki.
Well, if you learn about more about Studio Ghibli, that's a great documentary that gives you more insight into it because you see two very different directors and how they work. Because Miyazaki was like a Nazi about making sure everything was done on time. They didn't even know when Princess Kaguya was going to release because Takahata was like, I'll kind of get to it when I feel like it. So
Takahata sounds more like the actual artist.
Takahata was chill. Miyazaki
No.
has no chill.
Mm-hmm.
No, it sounds like Takahata was the more freelance artist, the artist in the two of them.
Yeah. And
by
Miyazaki
that,
was
I mean
100% a
he's more-
perfectionist about everything.
So, Angie, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Say hypothetical. And by hypothetical, I mean I'm probably going to do it anyway. If I watch Bear Wolfchild movie,
Princess Mononoke.
thank you, and in a D&D campaign, try to recreate this
Oh,
child,
you easily could.
You easily could do that.
would you let me?
Well, yeah, she'd totally be
You'd be a druid.
druid. You could even be some off.
You could
cross
actually be
between
like...
druid bard.
I was going to say barbarian druid. More so for the wild shape.
Yeah.
She could be that build you've been talking about.
Oh, that goes-
Except
that
instead of
barbarian-
bears, you'd be a wolf.
But the totem with wolf, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Totem with wolf, you help your allies do stuff and give your allies advantage on the roll.
Which is kind of what she did
Yeah.
because she helped the wolves.
All right, I'm in. My build is going to be Princess
Okay, so
Mononoke.
basically Scoob's watching Princess Mononoke for D&D builds now.
Yep.
Do you realize how many movies I do that with, Becky?
I'll be the
Sausage party.
I'll be the samurai guy.
Oh my god, you guys can be in a relationship.
No.
Dude, they have the samurai class in fucking Xanathars. Do it.
I know.
I'll fucking be in a fucking D&D relationship with you just to re-emulate it. This is weeby as fuck. I'll do it. I'm in. I'm 100% in, and I can hear Angie's beaner from here.
So Scoob, are you in for watching these movies now? Have I convinced you? Have I convinced the listeners? Let me ask back to you.
I want to see Grave of the Fireflies because I've always wanted to see it.
We're going to the
Yeah, me
movies
too.
together.
It's coming out into the theater at Ghibli Fest.
I want
And
to.
You can sit
Becky's
in
like,
the
we're not
reclining
going.
tables.
I said, well, I am.
They got the reclining chairs.
I want to see. I don't need reclining. I need wide ones.
They're
It is,
wide
they're
and
They're
wide.
reclining.
wide. They're wide and reclined,
I
and
need.
they're great.
I'm gonna watch Princess Mononoke
Yes.
because I feel as if I don't at this point.
Is it one of
I'm
the
gonna-
ones coming to the... No, because it was last year.
Well, don't you have it on DVD? I'll just borrow it from you.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, but to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean,
but,
I'll watch it.
But
make
just
sure I won't-
just watching it. In
I'll
general
watch it, make
is
sure I
good.
won't cry too bad through it, and then I'll watch it on the big screen like an adult. And I'll watch Totoro just because I think I have to.
We're all watching your name together.
Yes, that'll work.
And maybe Princess Mononoke, because I mean that was a good one. Actually, if we're gonna watch Your Name, we need to watch Howl's Moving Castle because we need to have like
Yeah,
a
because
refresher.
there was nothing really upsetting in how...
Like
No.
except the end. No, when he got to his...
Yeah.
So we need a palate cleanser, is basically.
It's more fantastical than like
It's
punch you in the
wizards,
gut.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wizards
but I don't give a
magic,
shit.
awesome.
I don't give a shit about fantastical. Fair
No,
Wolf
when
Child.
I say I understand that, but if you're gonna watch something heavy, you probably need to palate cleanse.
Fair.
Howl's Moving Castle is a good palate cleanse. It's a good entertaining movie. But watch Princess Mononoke beforehand because that sets the bar.
Are you gonna be offended if I do the D&D build?
No, I love Ghibli. Matter of fact, I would fucking be Totoro if I could.
I was
What
thinking
exactly
you
is
can be a
Totoro? Wait. What exactly is
He's
Totoro?
a spirit. He would be some kind of shaman or...
Tabaxi.
No.
He's kind of a cat.
He's a bear bunny.
He's more like a bunny, yeah.
I was about to say,
He's a
you
bear
could-
bunny.
you
To
could-
be fair,
you could.
remember when Morley and I were in the group chat making characters?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to do Totoro because they don't have a bunny race that I know of.
Well, you can just be a bunny.
Meow.
A bunny don't meow, honey. They... And then a
They
Cadbury
cluck?
egg pops out.
Oh.
So,
I said pox out.
but
You pookied it.
It's all
Pookie
good.
to puck.
I hope I have convinced us other listeners who have not seen Studio Ghibli movies. Please watch them. They are so good.
They are. They are
And
amazing.
If you want to have feels, and if you want any other recommendations for Japanese animated movies that are in similar vein, Your Name is a good one. Also, Wolf Children. We didn't talk about that one. That one will also
There's
punch
one
you in the
straight
gut.
called Wolf Children? Why the fuck is there one called...
Don't.
It's super sad. It's like Grave of the Fireflies.
Super sad. Don't watch it if you want. If you don't
But
want
it's
to cry.
coming in the theater. I'm going to go see it too.
Wolf Children is not Ghibli though.
That's fine. I'm going to do it.
We're gonna watch it. We
I'm
can
doing
watch it
it.
on Netflix.
I'm doing it.
Okay. Or Crunchyroll.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I would like to point out how quickly I've agreed to watch Totoro, but Jake couldn't have paid me to watch fucking Rick and Morty.
I mean,
Well, there's a difference. You've had a little bit of experience with Rick and Morty where you watched and you didn't like. This you haven't had any experience with, and you're going to watch, and you may like, you may not.
I'm specifically watching it because Feral Wolfchild. That's the only reason.
Well, we're gonna have a movie night, and you'll just have to wait and see. Okay. Hey, Becky.
Fuck you.
Hey, Becky.
Hold on, you're not allowed to do it to yourself.
You can't hey Becky
okay,
yourself.
She can do it to herself as long as I'm there.
Observing.
For
scientific purposes.
Yes.
Scientific.
Hey, Becky. Where can they find us?
Why do you go into a weird Peter Griffin when you do it?
Why not?
Okay. I fucking hate that bit so much.
Okay.
Hey, Becky, where can they find us?
You can find us on Facebook at The Free Rotation Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at The Free Rotation. We are also on Instagram at The Free Rotation Podcast. And we sometimes stream on Twitch. And we have videos up on YouTube at The Free Rotation. We can find us on Spotify.
We can find us.
We can find us.
To be fair,
You can't, but we can.
We can find ourselves there. We are also on Weeby Geeks. We are an affiliate of that network. Make sure to check it out. Another great podcast there. We are also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. We are on everything people.
And on our
own website.
We have our own website. It's called thefreerotation.com. Check it out. We have our last 3 episodes up there for you to listen to, and our link to our past episodes if you don't have any of those podcasting apps for whatever reason, and you just want to listen on our website.
And if you can't find us, turn off your John Cena filter.
Oh.
Oh, there they are.
Let's see. Is there
left click?
Is there any? Are there any announcements that we need to make?
Yes.
I'm hungry.
Besides that,
I'm actually a man.
Okay.
Who's
Moreland?
not surprised?
Me.
No, I'm good. I don't have any announcements.
What's our next episode?
We haven't decided yet between the 3 of us.
It'd be the magic.
Magic.
Well, WrestleMania is in like a day.
I mean, this will come out way after that.
So. Yeah. It'll either be Magic or Whedonverse.
No, it will be Magic because our episode.
It'll be Magic. Oh, it'll be Magic. Magic
Yeah.
is coming out next.
Magic. My episode.
Hashtag Dominaria hype.
So we're still making arrangements, but we might be podcasting from a local game store during a pre-release. Forgive us now for whatever sound comes out and whatever weird shit is said.
Damn straight.
So
I know you're not. How dare
you?
But yeah.
Is that what you say to people who offend you? You damn straight. Is that what you do? Is that how that works?
No, you damn breeder.
Oh, fair enough. I did not know that was a real term.
You're a breeder.
Yeah, I know.
You are.
Scoob.
Yeah, but you like me.
Of course I do.
And you already called dibs on my child.
Kind of.
Well, yeah, it's mine. Until you put it in a frog suit and hop it at me.
Okay, well, that note, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I don't have a PSA because the intro was very somber.
Oh, bad face.
You should cut it right there. Because that feels...
I'm recording this on my crappy laptop mic, so I just wanted to make a correction. I was wrong about Boss Baby winning. It was actually Coco that ended up winning, which I have heard is a fantastic movie, so go Coco. However, still, fuck Boss Baby. Just gonna throw that out there.